Hi kochemos, it's Caidyn K, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this video, I'm going to be talking a little bit about my fall semester. I put a Q&A on Instagram so I could answer these questions and any questions you guys may have for me. And then I'll also be talking a little bit about what I've been up to this Christmas Eve. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. Now, real quick, I just want to say that you can follow me on my socials. You can follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, and TikTok. My Facebook and Snapchat are private, and then my Instagram and my TikTok are public. So, yeah, I will leave those in the description below. So, let's get on with the Q&A. So, the first question is, what class did you learn from the most? So I would say the class that I learned from the most was my first year experience class in social sciences. I learned a lot about myself and about the different social sciences. So I have a little notebook here that I've kept all of my notes in, and I will continue to keep it. So what I've learned about myself is because we did like these little assessments. So I took a leisure assessment, and my code that I got as like a result was SEI, which stands for sharing, eager, and inquiring. So I would be considered the helper, the persuader, and the thinker. Then for my skills assessment, I realized that my skills are writing and authoring, speaking, and helping. Then for my work interest assessment, my code was SIA, which stands for social, investigative, and artist. So I would be considered the helper, thinker, and creator. So then I looked to see what my compatibility was for those work interests. And I was compatible with psychology, which is the major I'm in, social work, social studies, teacher education. Oh, no. I didn't even do well in my history class this semester. And then women and gender studies, which is one of my minors. Then for my values assessment, I realized that my values in the workforce are altruism / helping society, helping others, and income. And the careers that were compatible with those three values were a clinical dietitian, or a clinical psychologist, a counseling psychologist, a criminal lawyer, a dietitian or nutritionist, middle or high school administrator, social psychologist, and athletic coach or trainer. Then my personality assessment that I had, some of my personality traits are open-minded, sociable, fun-loving, sensible, and adaptable. I agree with all of those, except for maybe adaptability. I feel like that's something I need to work on, but other than that, I mean, it's good. Like, I feel like I will be, I feel like I could work on that. So then I also learned that each skill that employers are looking for are time management, professionalism, critical thinking, writing proficiency, public speaking, and analytical skills. So I would say that I am really great with being on time. I would just have to, this semester in college, I have to admit, my attendance wasn't that good in one of my classes, but then I just realized that because I'm living with other people, and because I am also, not living on my own, like I kind of go to bed when other people go to bed because my residence hall is so loud all the time. So one of the things that I learned is that I probably should not, pick my classes so early. So I decided to take them in the midday, which will then help my attendance and time management to get to class on time, more proficient. And then, yeah, so then we have... I also learned about like different general education requirements, and I also learned that with classes, for example, let's say I was taking an ethics course. That would fit an ethics requirement, and I believe it fits 2 other requirements if I'm not mistaken. So if I were to take that, for example, it would fill my ethics requirement. And let's say, for example, it also covers humanities and diversity. I wouldn't have to take, an extra humanities or diversity requirement. That leaves more room for free electives. So that was good to know. But yeah, those are some of the things that I learned about in class, and also how I could apply those things in my everyday life and my education and my career as well. Are there any funny moments / stories from your fall semester? I don't know, really. I can't think of any right now, to be honest with you. I feel like my semester was pretty rough this year. I mean, this semester, I only say that because I had to adjust to being away from home and all of that, and living with another person and sharing a room with a person. So I would say no, like I can't think of any. Like, I could think of an embarrassing story, but I don't think I want to share it. So no, I don't have any funny moments or stories from this semester. Advice for dating in college. Okay. So I would say that if it is your first year in college, do not start dating, because you need to learn how to adjust and establish a routine and all of that. I feel like if you date right off the bat, and you're all stressed out and all of that, the person that you're trying to date is probably going to see the worst in you first rather than the best in you, and you need to build that positive connection so that way they can deal with that. And also, I would say, also, like, I am a Christian too, so I feel like I'm a little bit, like, I don't know, biased, because my dating looks different, and I don't know whether or not the person who asked this was a Christian or not, but either way, my point still stands. Do not date the first year in college so you can, like, focus on yourself. And then, another thing is that I would say also, like, putting yourself out there and going to, like, being involved in clubs and organizations and getting to know people on campus is a good way to like meet someone and get to know them. And then also, like, because I'm on YouTube a lot and I watch a lot of videos, I always get, like, dating app ads for some reason, even though I'm not using them right now. I would say that the Duet dating app, I would recommend. I feel like it gives, like, a lot of filters and stuff that you can put on to it, so that way you can, like, really, like, just lay all your values out on the table, and then basically there's more to see, you know? Like, you can really just, like really, like, leave your dating profile pretty, like, detailed. And then, now if this person is a Christian, I would recommend, like, a Christian dating app. I really can't think of any good ones. I'm sorry. But still, you know, try to approach someone in person first. If that doesn't work out, try a dating app. That's all I really have to say. And then another thing too is really know your self-respect and self-worth. Like, if a guy's cheating on you, if a guy's being physically or verbally abusive, if he's checking your phone, break up with him. Let the first time be a last time. Okay? Like, as an adult, I realize that my time is very precious. I do not have the time or the energy to deal with abusive, controlling, or unloyal men. I just don't. So, yeah, just know your worth and know your self-respect. What will you do in the free time in between your classes? So, I would say I'll just go off of what I've been doing this semester, which I would say in between my classes, I typically do studying, doom scrolling on my phone. I want to try and do less of that next year, upcoming in 2026. I have gone to the gym a few times. I really want to get on top of that too next semester. I'm also involved in 2 clubs. I am involved in National Alliance on Mental Illness and Campus Crusade for Christ. So those are other things that I do, and also just hang out with my friends. So that's really what I've been doing this current semester. And then the upcoming one, I hope to, like, spend a little more time, like, socializing with others instead of, like, being on my phone all the time, because I feel like that's what is draining me regarding, like, my energy. Okay, the final question is rate the semester. So I'm guessing what the person meant was to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10. So I'm guessing the 1's going to be, like, the worst, and then 10's going to be, like, really good. I'm going to rate it a 5, to be honest, because I feel like I've had an equal amount of good and bad experiences, but both good and bad experiences have given me the ability to learn, realize what people I want to surround myself with, you know, what my values are in a friendship, and, you know, who I am as a person. Like, this semester was good in terms of learning things. And also, I would say that some of those things were the people I was surrounding myself with. Some of the other stuff that I've learned was, like, what classes I should take, what classes I should avoid, and also just what time I should be taking classes. Okay, so now that Q&A is over.
There will be intermittent clouds with a high of 45 degrees Fahrenheit.
Alexa off. Sorry about that. So for Christmas Eve today, I just, cleaned up the basement downstairs because I'm currently at my mom's house and she does not like the way the basement looks right now because it looks really messy down there. Doing a little bit each day. And then I also did some of my eye exercises because I do have binocular vision dysfunction. So basically it's where my eyes are not properly aligned, which it's hard to explain, but I did some eye exercises, which is good because I've been slacking off on them. And then what else have I done? I went to the Christmas Eve service at my church, which was awesome. I go to a Bible Fellowship church, which is a Protestant church, and it was really good. I like it. My favorite song is Silent Night. Like, that's my favorite song. I also like, holding the Advent candles, hearing the birth of Jesus, and I just think it is amazing. So I am actually going to read a verse from the book of Luke because that was the section that we were on today. I'll be reading from chapter 2, verses 1 through 7 in the New International Version translation of the Bible. In those days, Caesar Augustus issued a decree that a census should be taken of the entire Roman world. This was the first census that took place while Quirinius was the governor of Syria, and everyone went to their own town to register. So Joseph also went up from the town of Nazareth to Galilee to Judea, to Bethlehem, the town of David, because he belonged to the house and line of David. He went there to register with Mary, who was pledged to be married to him and was expecting a child. When they were there, the time came for the baby to be born, and she gave birth to her firstborn, a son. She wrapped him in cloths and placed him in a manger because there was no guest room available for them. So that is what I'm just going to leave off with, but if you guys, are Christians, you can always read the whole passage for yourself. If you're not and you're more curious about it, you can download a Bible app on your phone. I highly recommend YouVersion. And by the way, this is not like this is not an advertisement. So yeah, but yeah, that was pretty much it. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please give this video a big thumbs up, hit the subscribe button and the post notification bell, and I will see you all soon. Bye!